is Lilian, and I'm a member of the Young Environmentalists Society, or YES for short, at the South Fork Natural History Museum in Bridgehampton. I am here with Melanie Meade, who is the Education Director at the SOFO Museum. Today we are going to be talking about the Acopian bird savers that the members of YES have installed around the museum to prevent bird strikes. So Melanie, how are you today? Would you like to tell us any background information about yourself?
Thank you, Lilian. It's wonderful to be here. Well, my background is actually in marine biology and environmental science, but I've always been interested in education and I have a background training in that as well. So when the opportunity came to be at the museum, I thought it would be a perfect time to blend those things together and also to help other people enjoy their own nature around them, which they might not be aware of.
Wow, that's so cool. Melanie, can you explain what the bird savers we installed on the museum look like and how they work?
Okay, well, Acopian bird savers are made of cord or string, and they are actually hung vertically in the windows, attached to the top of the window with an anchor string, and that creates a pattern that the birds can actually see, and it helps them avoid hitting the windows.
Yeah. What are the reasons that birds fly into windows?
Well, birds fly into windows because they don't see the glass. Glass is very reflective, and it reflects what is around it, which is usually the trees and the shrubbery and things like that. So to the birds, it looks like open space, and they think they can fly through it.
What other options can people do at home to prevent bird strikes on their windows?
Well, there are many other things that you can do to break up that reflection that the birds see as open space. The Acopian bird savers create a pattern that the birds will recognize because it breaks up that view of the trees that they think they see. But there are things like fluorescent stickers that you can put on that will use the sun's rays to reflect back so the birds will see the glass. You can get strips of tape and use that. These all go on the outside of the windows. It doesn't do any good to put anything on the inside of the windows. Any of those things that help the birds actually see the windows.
Are there particular reasons, or does certain weather increase bird strikes? And are there species more vulnerable to bird strikes?
During the spring and fall migration, when a lot more birds are on the move, sure, there are more bird strikes. It also tends to be something that happens in sunny weather because the more sunlight, the more reflection that there is from the glass. Species that are mostly affected are going to be the birds that gather at our feeders. If we have bird feeders near the windows, songbirds like the rose-breasted grosbeak, and the warblers, which are the migrating birds that are flying through. You can even get woodpeckers like the northern flicker. These all are birds that gather at the feeders. If they're startled by something, then they will fly off in a panic, and that's often when they hit the glass.
Thank you so much for taking your time to come here and talk with us about Acopian bird savers. I hope we can see you soon, and thank you.
Thank you.